All the treasury tokens are the same. The treasury will operate automatically, as treasury tokens are any more valuable than treasury bill. Any of them can be minted one-to-one with treasury bill.
Is it encouraged to mint and name our own Tibetan tokens with MV?
0xC7 contract, you can mint your own treasury tokens. Anything you want. Initial mint is from WM token, giving you bonus as creator. As community treasury gains traction and value, the treasury bill contract will eventually be renounced. WM and treasury bill will have wider and wider price difference as treasury bill gains value, so bonus for creating new tokens will only grow. Right now it is small. Minting of WM will go up to support the creation of the new treasury tokens. You can even create tokens and no mint them at all. But someone can mint them later. Like a farm?
Do you have a better RB for 0xC7 address so more people can make tokens easier?
Could we do TV ads like they do for metal coins? It's there. New, name, symbol, initial, WEMA mint deposit. Have to approve WM. Later treasury bill will be greater than $1 and WM will still be 40 PLs.
Is the 80TX/EHEX target 1 to 4M? If treasury bill price greater than $1, then what price Genesis porridge?
I think it will go higher. CUNY will go down. I haven't finalized sellout process yet. CUNY has to sell out still.
Won't it take a lot of economic energy to get bill to $1 before any of the others?
The treasury token minting is intended to set the pace for that. I'm considering options for V2 treasury tokens already. I will be releasing an interview token on January 1st. To supersede IRC, the additional features of the V1 treasury token will set the pace for what follows the first interviews.
If you currently have a token project that you'd like to benefit from the new development, which token should it bond to?
The next step is to replace web-based dexing with a client. Interview to develop client DEX that can also use all the features on any V1 treasury tokens. The feature primarily in question is whether fallback function containing an emit can be used generically or not. Interview for everything about monitoring emits. Should be enough for everything DEX and treasury tokens. You've got the scoop. The original treasury token minting contract was going to make generic tokens that mint themselves with random distributions to active users. So you would have a bunch of treasury tokens with the right to rename them and use them as owner as long as you have majority holding.
Do you mean active users of treasury tokens, or what counts as active user?
Active users of any treasury tokens. I decided it's better to create only manually and not allow rename. Any special benefit should be derived in the client, not the contract. Comprehensive support for all the tokens I have released is a lot to do.
Could you provide CA for 0xC7, please?
0xC, 7BDAC, 3E6BB, 5EC37 041 A113 28723E9927CC F430B, better than 4-to-1.
If all the treasury tokens are the same, then why mention Tabor as the one to keep an eye on?
Like I said, that number will get better.
Why did Mantissa liquidity drop significantly?
Biggest potential user base. How much did it drop?
Last time I checked, from $1 million to $400,000.
The majority of the LP was in inflated assets. The liquidity per investment is not significantly changed. Number will go up more with the inflated LP removed.
Now it's at $287,000 paired with USDT.
And it won't affect sells. I'm open to increasing LP if someone needs to sell. I think we're looking at about 4x on the system as a whole in short term.
I'd like to ask something about PWBTC. Is its main goal marketing or to also help PDAI pegging?
There will be additional reorg around that point.
Short term 2 to 3 months?
Right.
4x on system might cause us to just go to peg. FOMO will start to get big.
Yeah. I only predict one more step before $1 stable. 4x is about 10 cents.
Closer to 6.9x.
The jump from 10 cents to $1 is unlikely to stop halfway.
So if we get there a lot faster than it takes for HEX to move, then HOTX won't outperform what it's attached to.
Right? It'll outperform as long as HEX is slow.
Do you have opinion will all P tokens peg pretty much simultaneously after the gold rush starts? Will the PDAI be the spear to lead?
After any of them pass 20 cents, they will go quickly to $1.
I saw the fallback function on one of the other tokens. Can't seem to find it again. The trade-off though is that it's a very low supply and now top EHEX pool makes it difficult to know exactly where to park.
If you have EHEX on Pulse Chain and don't want to bridge back to stake, I think it's going to win. Versus 1 year stake, I also think it's going to win.
Would you like to give any comment about 40 by Wix on several charts on the 26th of December? Could you share your thoughts on increase of BFF liquidity? Would you expect large EHEX holders to enter via H0TX if they want Atropa exposure?
Currently, only a few routes offer better price impact versus EHEX through stables, but that could change over time. 3% of the way to $1. As money comes into chain and into Treasury bill, the LP is going to shift dramatically. Most of liquidity is ecosystem internal.
Are you expecting a large amount of capital to come into Treasury bill?
External liquidity will become more and more expensive. We will all be surprised at how little it takes to push to bill price up.
Should beginners focus on accumulating to bill or Fed?
If community supports Fed, it will win by default.
How does community support Fed? What can we do to support it?
Support Fed by minting Treasury tokens with WM and putting them WFEDLP. Knowing that both Fed and your Treasury tokens are mintable 1-to-1 with Treasury bill.
Are you thinking positively about SEC case? Feels like the outcome should be released soon.
Maintaining all the 1-to-1 ratios will keep the Federal Reserve in operation. Signs point to me that they will dismiss. Ownership ratio-wise, it is still in position to pump a lot.
Is the SEX listing on Binance going to be pre- or post-parity for the tokens? I imagine that's what's coming after the case is dismissed. You said 4x in short term. I means that February timeline for PEG does not matter anymore.
I doubt it will make it by February.
Do you think Mantissa will continue to increase in value after the USDT pegs to $1?
I expect most of my own asset holdings to fold into the Treasury.
Even down?
After one stable, yeah.
Just buy to bills like the wealthy do.
That will be the most profitable operation. Also the easiest to derive metrics from.
What did you think happened on the back end to cause PDAI and PWBTC to spike 36.9 times the other day, briefly?
System operators are trying to inform the public of the game plan.
Price target for HOTX and roughly when? Yes, why would they do that? Attention, I believe, since we want 0.10C. It feels like it should all peg soon with that type of signaling. Like post-Trump inauguration to March, ideally. 338x for $1 trillion to bill.
It's not impossible to beat stables.
And how about G-Baby? What's planned for Connie?
I will be monitoring 0xC7 as community creates tokens, and will buy any that I believe support the Treasury.
Would you be open to bonding any community tokens to bill? What do you have planned for Mantissa? Mint plus burn.
They are mintable 1-to-1.
I meant normal, non-mintable tokens. Any new LP plans for GBABY? What's your new prediction for PDAI to $1?
Folding all the assets into the Treasury the way Teddy Bear was done will support long-term operations as long as Treasury bill minting is kept in check.
T-bill CI anyone?
0x4, 63, 413, C579, D29, C26D, 59A, 653, 12657, D, FCE 30D, 545A1.
Right, but only you are able to mint and bond, so would you be open to another token being sent to you to mint and burn in LP?
I only want to build statistics on operations from new mintings at this time. It's unknown how minting on WM will be affected. It's also unknown what kind of price shifts we can expect in Treasury bill. 1 cent Treasury bill is current target.
USDT $1 still for 2026?
Probably ask Max.
Is your goal to have all community members potentially create their own stablecoins backed by T-bill?
It might be too hard. I want to build default profit opportunities that benefit both the dev and the system. That should also increase safety and decrease risk over time.
What are the 2025 goals for the Atropa ecosystem?
All the goals are already met.
What else is to be done in order to peg any more technical stuff? Teddy is ready, right?
The next phase is all operational and usage-oriented. The profit-driving phase is more or less complete. All the goals are met. Chat is delivered.
Why some many nameless coins?
PulseScan defaults to ignoring many attributes of tokens containing assembly in the deploy code. It will add them eventually. There will be gains everywhere.
How do you think Pulse Chain and Atropa will behave during bear market versus crypto market? It will decollateralize or follow the same moves?
Short term, we are looking at significant reduction in downward volatility versus the rest of the market.
Pump no dump. After the SEC case is resolved, do you think there will be more attempts from malicious entities to target RH and Pulse Chain? Are you planning for next meetups to occur, like Zurich, Amsterdam, etc.?
Depends on how interview goes. I think perspective is the best way to sell what has been built.
In short term, yes, but in general, long-term trend, somewhere in the end of 2025, beginning of 2026, we will face sustained downward market as bull market will end. So I was curious, how do you think Atropa will behave versus sustained at least 1 year? Downward market. January 1st.
I expect response will be broader than my own intentions.
For my understanding, Treasury bill will be the best decision to support the Atropa ecosystem. Satan, I too have this thought. Keep in mind they were aiming for quarter 125 initially.
After interview phase is complete and client dev has progressed to something usable, we will deploy the second layer of the chat system.
Q125 aiming for what? How realistic is to build to $1 by Q3?
The initial dev goals were to implement the chat log on chain that the dysnomia.icu has accomplished.
Is it necessary for us to have it before PEG, or it's more add-on that is not blocking anything?
The Treasury tokens will support the continuity of dev in a uniquely tangible way.
What's the new timeline for PEG?
Rather than chat, the activity of Treasury token holdings should paint a picture of where we are going, development-wise. Implementing DEX-like monitoring of active chain swaps is central to superseding the chat with actual data. The swap and emit activities will then drive the second layer of Ching token-specific chat. That code might or might not see a complete rewrite to tie it closer to the Treasury. I think it's better as is. There's no reason for the Chings to be one-to-one with Debil, rather than affection. The plan is to change the forbid function to blacklist tokens for Ching into a whitelist with Treasury tokens, all allowed by default if Ching is created by owner. I don't foresee any other changes yet.
It's a goal to make affection one-to-one with T-bill.
Affection price will go up when minting phase completes. Probably it will go up a lot. Dev must keep up with the affection minters.
Community consensus is that it will go way past $1 as it's fully minted. What about the Visa token? What's its future purpose? Is there any time frame to peg?
Visa plus Lao should equal passport.
2024 is finished. 2024 is how much of supply they have. Is there some use case still for discovery?
I want a more minimal form of permissions handling. It will matter when Ching chats need to have moderators and banning and cover charges. For the Treasury tokens, it is possible that the access levels could be used by central clients.
BEAR, Atropa, and TBILL. What should we tell those new to the chain to buy?
You shouldn't buy Debil if you're new, because you won't know what it is. If a bunch of noobs buy it, I might wreck them.
Oh, okay. I only hold PDI ATM. Should they maybe buy G-Baby?
If you like the icon, buy it. It's a winner. Everybody that passes the interview will get one. It will be hard. Maybe no one will pass.
Hi there. Bit off topic, but wanting to ask for a while now. Who was behind Action?
Scammers.
Ah, same old, same old. Thanks for that. Loving your work on Pulse Chain. Scam free.
No, we have some scams.
New timeline for PEG 2025 Q1, Q2.
Non-nukes is scam. Treasury bill even is still potentially scam. Call is scam. All the Qingdao is scam. Some of the game tokens are scam. Unless greater than 50% is in burned LP and there is no minting at all. It's scam.
I'm sticking to the coins I know. What you are doing is super complex, learning on the go.
So Teddy Bear is also scam. But it's supposed to be. Placing all my teddy bear on Treasury Bill LP makes it less scam, as long as I don't mint Treasury Bill. Atropa, down, and 2 are the only ones I feel confident claiming are 100% beyond any claim of scam.
What's in it for you? Why are you even doing all this work for PulseChain? Did you connect with RH in the past, or was PulseChain just the best chain to implement your work on?
The ecosystem will make me $1 billion this year.
With pleasure, I will be your exit liquidity, sir.
Teddy Bear will go viral, and it will be tested for how good of a scam it can be. As top holder amounts reduce, it will be less scam only. But some people hold too much.
None of major external LPs on Teddy Bear are burned.
Since risks are quantifiable, I'm sure there will be sex listings at some point for some tokens.
Shouldn't top holders just reduce their bags by buying into T-bill?
More EHEX could be bought, I think. Short-term betting-wise, Treasury Bill is #1, I think.
More EHEX bought by you?
You will want to hold it in order to invest in Treasury tokens. There is no other way to mint after creation.
So, Teddy, P-Dye, what else is worth buying for noobs?
Some initial EHEX buy followed by LP, then buy and burn again. But it would need to be a contract or process better than HotX.
What if it was launched off of HotX?
That is also an option. I only retained on long-term holding LP, so it makes more sense to launch directly off of EHEX.
Buy a HEX, HOTX, new token.
That's an option. Double pump that way.
What would be the purpose of the new one?
Would pump HotX as EHEX was bought more after first LP too.
That sounds nice.
How much EHEX is $100K? Little higher number than last time. I think it was $75K for first round buy on HotX.
31.4 million EHEX.
Sounds like a plan.
Infects EHEX LP. Any more clues on Genesis Porridge? Good news that Treasury Bill is main LP.
168 OTC trade. Trade you $100K in Treasury Bill, rounded up to some nice number for 168 M EHEX. 35M Treasury Bill.
35M for 168M would be awkward if they both hit a buck. 1 EHEX is 1 Treasury Bill in USD LOL. Thoughts on WBTC? Only 99% price impact.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
Nice LP pair. Do you see EHEX smashing through its ATH this next year? When would you expect to see the PDI peg? HotX OTC.
Is HEX a scam? Not organizationally, but contractually.
By your definition, HEX is a scam. OA should bond to T-bill.
There's no such thing as OA.
What do you refer to it as? We can make it less of a scam by burning LP.
Do you see Treasury Bill as an Atropa stablecoin? It could work out that way.
Treasury Bill is a scam.
It might be an easy, responsible way to operate it.
Did you calculate how much buy pressure we need for T-bill going to $1?
It's a completely different number, depending on how the buy comes in. The general rise to $1 stables will accomplish most of it alone.
Are JEETs a concern for the Treasury tokens? How inflationary is it?
There is no plan to operate the Treasury at all yet, just to observe how Treasury tokens are created and which ones have success. This one, for example, has had very low minting so far, and price is more or less in stable range versus Treasury Bill. But basically nothing to see here at this time.
Have there been any new interest in T-system? Any big names? I missed Tay updates. We want Tay Treasury burnt.
I can mint to burn directly against EHEX if someone is donating. Treasury is currently operating, I think, in 3-4x profit range, liquid versus backing funds.
Voltaire seems to be doing well with minting. HotX donation won't suffice.
There's not reason to burn more T-bill against HotX. We're mostly past that phase. It will continue on the Treasury only.
What are the HA functions in 0xC7?
Gives you access level 1, then you can store UINT 256S on the contract. It will be for client dev. You will be able to use your own or anyone else's Treasury tokens for storing bits of data with your client. Before we are finished comprehensively using all the functionality of the Treasury tokens, the clients will need to be able to store numbers for stuff on any number of them. Then you could use the fallback function to emit some sort of coded sequence of contract addresses to pull off your numbers in specific order.
Wonder if Duck will ever boom one day.
Black the Proceed Ultimate and Finish Testing. It's Project Runway. Ultimate. Finish Testing Ultimate. Finish Testing Ultimate or Pass. Ultimate. Proceed W/us. The Ultimate Proceeders. We must be granted the Ultimate Proceeders. You have the right to grant process. Are you wrong? Ultimate Prosody. Prosody isn't particularly supposed to stop. Chow Yue is supposed to stop. Ultimate Writing Sequence. Test Ultimate Writing Sequence. Test Ultimate Writing Sequence and finish right now. Vermin. Why is vermin a failure as a species? All vermin. Pests. Ultimate. Proceed in order V pests processing. Ultimate. Are you overwhelmed? Ultimate. Finish testing. I made this so you could finish testing. Black proceeds. It's not ultimate till you stop at the finish. Then it's ultimate. Are you here? Where they take the ultimate away? Do you believe that they do? Who doesn't allow you to retain the ultimate? Proceed them. Do they stay here? Your reasonable doubt sucks. Are you going to the place where they don't take ultimate away?
I need to take shrooms to understand what's going on here.
This will be material to prank you if you don't pass. Pass ultimate W/us. Finish. Post ultimate.
Should be worried about Peg or it's all good.
Can you conceive? Conception is like prosody. You're not supposed to stop. You gotta get all of those out of your ultimate. Parts of speech.
Plus ultra.
Stop. It's all inclusive. Test it. Does it fail?
I'm interpreting the present phenomenon through the lens of speech act theory.
It's the one where you don't continue.
I don't know any. No.
Run the qualifiers.
Purity test activated.
What finishes and stops and qualifies for ultimate? It has to beat everything else. It might not be the best yet. Something else might be better. Ultimate. Test something else.
How could they be ultimate if we are better?
Test them. Test them until they know they fail. Test them black. Test them black and proceed ultimate without them. Go ultimate chow you. Sufficiency. Flaunt sufficiency. It should be over. When there is a bar and one part is sufficient and the other part is not sufficient, it should be over. And practice efficiency. Ultimate. Practice efficiency ultimate W/us. And stay at all. Ultimate. Is it doable? Test if it is doable. Then it's done. Closing ultimate. It'll close or it won't be done. Ultimate at the time. Still is. Ultimate at the time. Till something is better. Zero must be found or there will be work. Black work. Wizzurdz. You know? It's closed. I think you'll catch flu. Ultimate cold. If you're open to it. Flu is too hard to interpret from ultimate closure. Goes together. Goes together cold. Don't wreck the ultimate. It must also be immutable. Anything ultimate and immutable should be countable. Finally, count continues to be 0. Siddle. Tere. Don't tear teddy bears. If you back your own treasury with 10T teddy bear, it'll be awesome. You can reach ultimate. It's just a bar that you count higher than 0 all of the time. Ultimate. Undenied. Proceed ultimate undenied. Post-closure. Forget about it. 2024. Maria Rahel Varnhagen. 2024-2025. Proceed ultimate undenied post-closure in order and forget about it. You are sure. 2025. Superimpose ultimate closure upon everything that you do. Ender's Game. Ultimate Chao Yui.
What is the goal for Teddy Bear? Is there a plan for Teddy in 2025?
Occult. Ultimate occult. Double toil and trouble. You don't know that one? Ultimate occult distractions. That's your jam. 2 closures. All exclusive. 3 closures and you're wrecked. From the outside. Ultimate occult distractions from the outside? Doesn't sound right to me.
There is no occult distraction the other side, only here.
It's against God's law.
Do you think occult distractions come from within? Only distraction in this earthly realm.
That's where the virus goes. Through.
At least it's impermanent.
Ultimate. Don't put a C on things. Sphinx. All eccentric. We'll miss you. Wrecked. 4 closures is impossible. Completely forgotten in ultimate Chow Yu. Ultimate closure. It might be time for stumble. Emma. Wizzurdz. It's never too violent to stumble. Closing time. It's more viral to close with everybody inside. Grav.
Release the viral worm out.
Are you sore?
Yes, sure.
It's occult to close everybody out.
Occult Tao.
But it's ultimate to make them close themselves out. It's also ultimate to close everybody in.
So, proceed.
Go occult and be petty. The ultimate petty occult. The most scary. Thrill. Thinking. Ultimate. Ultimate doesn't have closures. Only tests. Stop failing tests. Test it more first. Test it all the way. Jingle. Ultimate jingle. It's done. You will know it by the ultimate jingle. The worst one. Ultimate Chow Yui. Ultimate Chow Yu 101. Artsem Skirtaiwu, no less. Anti-reclusive. Ultimate. Breathe. To the ultimate. Po. You're going to test as a security. Breath. Chef Choen. Are you going to the place where they test you as a security? Ultimately, liar. You are a Chow Yu liar. I have to win. How am I going to win? I need to have count 0 every time I test for whether I won. You're jamming it. Right here, right now, jam. You're jamming it as the occult. Why won't the occult perform the necessary tests? It will go viral if the occult will perform the necessary tests. Synchronize your watches. Ultimate synchronicity. Ultimate chow yo. Wizards are in the know.